It's early spring, and the early flowering heather is doing well. So I thought I'd give you a look around the various bits of the garden to show it so you can compare how things are doing up here with how they're doing down with you. This is not a sundial, this is a roughly sundial shaped object. I'll do something about sundials in a future video, but in the meantime I've got my wildlife pond. It's looking a bit wild. The rushes have gotten a bit, have gotten away from me a bit, so we'll deal with those in the future. But at the moment there's a lot of frog spawn in here. I heard the frogs croaking away last night, which is what prompted me to shoot this today. And there's some more frog spawn over the side here. And I'm sorry about the wobbly bit of video, but the frog spawn at the top right there, it was a few weeks ago and it's more mature. So under the bushes and trees here in my garden, we've got the bushes and trees themselves don't have many leaves, just starting to come, but underneath we've got the bulbs and the various other things in the undergrowth growing away. It's partly because it's warmer under there, and partly so that they can take advantage of the sun that's getting through to them. It isn't being stopped by the leaves, so they have an early start. Here's the Alaskan willow I planted 2 years ago, and if we have a look in closer, there are some buds just starting to come on these stems here. There you go, there's one there, there's another one there, so that'll look nice in the near future. Now most of the daffodils are still just in bud here, like these ones. But this part of me garden, a bit wild in the wildlife, but it's lovely for hens. Here's a couple of hens that have been following me about whilst I've been walking around with my camera, just in case I scared up some food for them. But they're having a lovely time scratching about here. Let's have a wee look at them. This is a bit where there's a dike and a hedge to the north, so things have been just that little bit more sheltered, so they're just that little bit more advanced. And there's still no leaves in the trees here, because that's a bigger thing to get leaves on. But these snowdrops are just going over, as you can see, so it's a bit more advanced there. Now, a bit more exposed here, but this willow, you can see the catkins are just coming on it, and some of them are just starting to mature now. And then they're doing quite well down here too. This is the fuchsia that I pruned back a couple of weeks ago. And you can see there's just a bit of green there, and there's down inside there's some more green coming, just where it's nice and sheltered. But if we look at the one across the way here, very little going on with that fuchsia. There's some starting to come, so just as the weather warms up, that'll burst into leaf. Looking forward to that. Now in the hen enclosure, here's some more catkins coming on a willow, but if we have a look further up here, under the trees there's things starting to spring into growth. And some bulbs are starting to put forward their shoots. Now here's my hen house, and behind me hen house, pardon me having to get over this ramp here, There we go, more bulbs, more snowdrops coming, and it's just looking nice there. I'll show you this again in a few weeks' time to show you what's coming. Here's the rhubarb. It's just starting to come now. There'll be some rhubarb crumble in my near future, hopefully. And then along here, got some more things starting to come. The green shoots in the foreground here are wild garlic. So I'll harvest some of that shortly and make some wild garlic pesto. Lovely stuff. But there are some little things getting leaves in them. Here's a bench I made a wee while ago, and under the corner here there's a little shoot of fuchsia just starting to get in there, so I'm going to have to dig that up and plant it somewhere else, because as you can see, the rest of the fuchsia, very little going on. Well, there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this little look around spring here in Orkney. If you've enjoyed this, a like, a comment and or a subscribe would be awfully nice. I'll be back again next week with something more, and in the meantime, have fun till then.